Alright guys, welcome back to JMV Rock Hunting. I'm going to do this video for Wednesday's premiere. If you're watching it and it's Wednesday, Vicky's not going to be in this one. Lost our dog Brownie this morning, sometime after midnight. She passed away. So yeah, it's been a rough morning, rough day. We got her sorted out and everything like that. So sorry to start the stream off with with that little bit of bad news. A lot of you know already because you're friends with us outside of YouTube. So just wanted to put that out there. But I'm going to do a little quick video. I want to show this. I don't know how many of you remember that bucket of Montana agates that I got from Jackie. Haven't really showed those. I've gave quite a few to Josh and a few other people. So what I've got on the table is what I've got left that was in the bucket. Maybe a little bit more than half a bucket, and it was pretty much full. So I've given quite a few away. So still I've got some pretty good ones here, and I think there's some pretty good potential for iris in some of these. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm starting this video and I'm going to show several of these. And I don't know for sure if I'm going to do this or not, because I know if I do it this way, I'm going to be going and cooking dinner for Vicky today. So I don't know if I'll get to it, but if I've got time before I finish this video, what I will do is I'm going to pick out a couple of these and try to cut them. Probably have to change the blade out for that new blade because these Montana agates are so tough. But there's a couple of these that have great potential to have iris in them. Now, I don't know if I can cut them thin enough to really show it, but I want to cut a couple of them and try to get some slabs off of them and try to see if I can find some iris. So yeah, let me get this turned around and we'll show you guys what we got here. There we go. That's quite a few. And there's some good ones in here. There's some really good ones. So I'm going to just start down here at the bottom and work my way up. And I'm going to spray them off real quick. Probably have to do some more spraying before it's over with. I'm glad I got this table. Don't have to worry about it getting wet. Okay, I want to zoom this in because I want to show them a little bit close, because there's a few of them that really need to see some details on. So that's a little one. It's got some nice dendrites. Looks like it might cut some pretty good cabs out of it. This one's got a little bit of that white around it all over the place. But you can see there's going to be some water lines in this one. It's hard to see inside of it too much. Let me see. Probably need to show a little glow. This one's got a nice quartz pocket. Nice banding around it. So this one right here definitely has some iris potential. Iris potential. God almighty. There's a little sliver of one. Got some nice mossy dendrites in it, but it's, you know, been broken up. Let's start back here. Another one that's got the crusty part all over it, but it really looks like it's got good potential to me. It's really weird. That thing's got those little indents pretty much all around it like that. But there again, you know, it's definitely agate. In case you didn't know, people didn't recognize it as being an agate. Yeah, that's agate. It's definitely Montana. Here's another one. I've got a couple others that's got this, all this white around it. If you watch Theo or Kate or Travis or Alex or Jensen's Adventures, those are the ones I know right off the top of my head. There's a couple others that hunt around Montana, around the Yellowstone. And, you know, you'll see them find stuff like this, you know. They definitely find stuff. I mean, I've watched so many videos from out there. That one's gonna be pretty. Cut a couple little slabs, make some nice little pendants out of that one. There's a little bit of a darker one, but it's flat. Turtle top to it. What they call that, turtleback maybe. I wish I'd not hit this thing every time I turn around. I just don't know how I'm going to cut this one, because it's kind of too thin to cut it in half this way. I don't know. I'll have to give that one some thought. Maybe I'll just tumble it. That one's got some awesome dendrites in it. It's an awesome color to it all together. Now see, that one would be probably about right to cut right down the middle. And then you've got two good flat pieces to make some cabs out of, or pendants or something. Yep. This one's got awesome dendrites in it. It's pretty cool. Almost looks like tubes going into it. Yep. There's several of these. It's got good dendrites. You're going to be able to make some good cabs out of. This one's got a quartz pocket. looking at it right now, I don't, well, maybe there's some signs of some banding right there. So maybe there is potential for hours in this one. That one, the shape of the quartz pocket makes it kind of harder to think about how you're going to cut it. Talk about water lines. So with the water lines, what I've learned, if you want to see the water lines when you cut, then you obviously have to cut through the water line, right? But with these Montanas, when there's good dendrites in them and they have water lines, kind of the best thing to do, and let me show you, let me demonstrate with another one real quick. So here is a waterline agate that has just kind of broken off. This is one little piece of it that kind of broke off a bigger chunk, and this is all that's left of it. So in order to get the best scenic cabs and stuff, the best way to do that is to cut with the water lines. So as thin as this thing is right here, I might not even cut this one. I might just grind this down, try to, you know, grind one side or another down and expose stuff that's in there that you can't really see too much. So I don't know yet. That's kind of hard to say on that one. I mean, that's a good size agate. A lot of these are about this size right here, and maybe even a little bit bigger. The majority of them are just good size agates. And you're not going to be able to tell a heck of a whole lot about what's in some of them until you get to cutting. You can kind of see colorations and stuff like that, but look at this thing. This one's going to be awesome. Look at that pattern. I don't know how I want to cut that one. Look at that right there. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know how to cut this one. I'd like to be able to see more of that pattern right there. It almost seems like I need to cut through this way, but it doesn't seem like it's that deep. And since this is broke, and if I cut it this way, you know, like this, straight through, I don't know how much of that I will actually see. It's so hard to choose sometimes how to cut these things. So you get that almost staining with the mossiness, the dendrites, what is it? Is it manganese or something like that? Can't remember. Got to distract myself with these rocks for today. Just my mind is not wanting to be here, but this does help. So you guys will have to hopefully understand. Look at that thing. May seem weird that I'm doing this today of all days, but Vicky's sleeping and I can't take naps. Never have been able to. That's pretty. I don't know if I want to cut that one or not. That's just cool the way it looks. This one is very dark. But you can still see light going through. There's a kind of a dark spot down here on the bottom. You can see where the light disappears. Kind of a, right in there, that little spot right there. I don't know on that one. It's got some nice water lines. Nice. Look at the dendrites down there. This one's got some clarity to it. This one's going to be a hard cutter. Yeah, this one's got potential to be a pretty good one. Look at that. Oh yeah. This one's pretty much straightforward how it's going to get cut. When you see stuff like that, I just love those scenic like that. Got a good red going through that, so I'm going to be cutting this one like that. It's thick enough pendant size. And even if that's a fracture that goes all the way through it, or halfway through it, this side right here is big enough for a pendant. This side right here is big enough for a pendant. So if it splits right down the middle on that little fault line fracture or whatever, I think it'll still be all right. That one, I might try to get a couple cuts off of. Bugs on it. Things have been in that bucket for I don't know how long. So this lady's got a nice little quartz pocket going through it. Looks like there's might be some thin bandings fortifications going around the edge of that quartz pocket. Potential. Nice dendrites in that one. Look at that. I love it when you see that fortification patterning in those. And they're like invisible, except for in spots where the mineralization gets in the lines like that. Makes it show the banding. Look at this thing. Got a big ass freaking quartz face in that one. That one definitely has potential. Oh, how should I cut that? Because it's shaped weird, so it's either this way or this way. Get the bigger slab going this way, but the way it's shaped and that's how far that's sticking out, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to cut. It might be easier to cut this way because it's got such a flat bottom there. That one's a little bit of a mystery. I don't know. Look at this quartz face. Looks like there's a floater right there. Quartz, and then quartz going around. The only way really to cut this one for iris is going to be very, very difficult for me. Look at that. Oh, this is a good one. So without a slab saw, that's going to be very difficult for me to cut that. This one would definitely have to wait until I get a slab saw. But I would have to cut it this way. I mean, I would have to get iris. I mean, you could cut it like that, but then you're only going to get a little bit of iris on each one of those slabs. You know, you're not going to get much. Just a little bit. Whereas if you cut it this way, you've got potential to have iris all the way around it. Maybe even right in here. So I don't know. There's where I need Theo and Travis and people who cut these to give me some advice. Here's a nice little quartz pocket in that. So I'm very limited with this 10-inch saw. on what I can cut and how big I can cut. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be up to cutting anything, but we'll find out. I'll try to. That is wild. Like, how did that even form? It's going to be a pretty one to cut, though. Oof. This one's definitely going to be getting cut straight through. Figure that one out. Look how red that is. Wow. Look how deep that pocket goes. You can see some fortifications going on in there. That one's going to be pretty. It's going to make some pretty little slabs. And they're all going to have holes in them. Oh, look at that thing. Got a little pebble in there. Oh, quartz face. This one, now, might be easier for me to cut. I don't see any fortifications, banding and stuff right around close to the quartz face. So maybe there wouldn't be a chance of iris in that one. But that one would be an easy one to cut. Could check for it. So which ones was it? That one? I think it was this one. Oh, no, it was this one. So this one, let's set these to the side, just in case I decide. Let's do that. In case I decide to cut them. This one would be my saw. My saw's big enough to cut through that with the height of that. But these Montanas, that's off a big face to try to cut with my saw. It's got potential to have some good stuff in it. Can't wait to get a bigger saw. Look at this thing. That one's going to be beautiful. You can just see it running all through this one. Oh, guess what? Quartz face. Now, dang it. I like the way that looks, and I think that's going to cut some awesome slabs going this way. So, looking at it, cutting it this way, slabbing it up that way. But you've got a quartz face right here, so, I mean, I think you should cut it this way for the quartz face. And you might still get some pretty stuff going that way. I don't know how deep that quartz goes. It is too hard to tell where that quartz would go in that, how far. I don't know. Man, well heck, look. There's one there, and there's one there. Yeah, that one just got more complicated. So, there's water lines. Look at that. Love that, love that. I love those lines when they show up. Oh, cord face. And it's got that tight lines around the edge of it. Okay, so this one might be a candidate to cut. It's not that big. I mean, it's not small exactly, but compared to some, it's tiny. But put this one down here. This one could be a potential to cut. I might have to spray these off again. This one would be easy to cut. Slide it this way. Potential. Gotta stretch. Yeah, that's pretty. Look at that water lining right there. That's just barely surface. I don't know if it goes all the way through it. I don't think it does. Just one little piece. Nice dendrites in this one. I may not have found these, but I sure do like them. Look at this one. This one was already cut, 2 faces. Just goes to show you what can be inside these things. And really, I could cut that either way and continue on. I don't know. I kind of almost want to face polish that and that. Completely face polish that and display it. That's a big chunk still. And there's a lot of good usable material right there. This one's almost useless, this whole section right there. That'd be an easy one to cut up. Definitely can get a few more slabs off that one. Couldn't really cut it this way because it's kind of too thin to really do anything with the slabs that you would get out of it. So the only thing you could do would be get 2 or 3 more slabs going this way. Oh. Yeah, I think I've decided to wait on the cutting. I've already got this at 31 minutes just showing these. And I don't want it to be too long this time, and I gotta get in there and start cooking here in just a little bit. That little thing, can't see nothing through it because of the white. But it's going to be pretty from that little cut face. Yeah, look at that. That is a cool little shot. Yeah, that'd be a good cutter. So this one. Make some good slabs out of that. And then this thing here, definitely, there's just which way to cut it. I mean, which way do you cut that for the iris? This way? I mean, it could go either way, or this way. Don't know. I need some expert advice with this one too, because look at this quartz pocket, the way it shapes. And some of these are just shaped so weird. Got these indents, square-faced indentions in them. Almost looks like a boxing glove. Weird. But these things are awesome. Okay, hold on, guys. Beast mode. We gotta show them. See if the nighttime hunts that we've been seeing lately hold true for what I've got here. How many of them are green? Well, I mean, there's several of them that glow pretty good, you know. That's not green. That's not green. It shows up white. There again, kind of more white. It's got a little bit of a white glow to it. Of course, that white coating on them definitely just shines more. I mean, I don't see, look how white that is. And that was pretty much clear. That's one that with the two cut faces I said I would face polish. Look at this thing. Okay, let me switch hands. It's that one with look like an island. The thing just lights up. And it's got some orange around it. That thing's got some good white glow. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing them light up light colors and stuff like that, but I don't see green in any of these. Not a single one. Yeah, there's no green. That one's got orange. But, I mean, they're all Montana agates. But yeah, I don't see any green. None. Not a single one. Still some cool UV on some of them. I don't know. What are your all salts? Hold on. Yeah, I think I'll cut these next weekend or the weekend after. I don't know yet. Next weekend is mine and Vicky's anniversary, 3rd year wedding anniversary, and 4th year of when we became an official couple. We made it official October 4th of 2020, and then got married in October 4th, 2021. Yes, I'm a trucker, and that is 10-4. It was kind of by design. It was an accidental thing that we discovered or realized later when we kind of made it official that we're in a relationship and going steady or whatever you want to say. But when we realized that, and decided to get married and everything, we decided to do it on that day, even though it was a Tuesday. It was a weird day or a Monday or something. It was an odd day for me. But and like this time it's on a Friday. This anniversary is on Friday, so it still don't work out for me because I'm hardly ever home on Fridays. But we'll celebrate next weekend. And yep, 10-4, good buddy. I love her, so it's fine with me, and I'm a truck driver, so it fits. All right, guys, I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoy this, seeing these Montanas as much as I do looking at them myself. And I've got crazy potential here in so many of them. Whether there's hours or not, there's so many of them that's going to have great potential for cabs and pendants and or whatever I want to do with them. And I still have quite a bit that I want to show you that I got from Travis that I still haven't ever showed you guys. I've showed a bunch of the dry heads and dry heads and stuff that I've gotten from him. But it's been so long, you guys probably don't even remember it. And I don't even know where those are right off the top of my head. They're here somewhere. Got to get to organizing this thing. This room's just, it almost becomes overwhelming at times, and keep putting more and more stuff in here. But yeah. Tell me what you think about this stuff. Give Vicky some loving, because that was her baby for 15 or 16 years. And yeah, I know that there's several people in the community that's been through the same type of situation. Julie and Brian most recently. I mean, it's rough. We've lost, this is the 3rd one now that we've lost, and just since me and her have been together in the last 4 years, so it's rough. You get to loving those little suckers, and it's just like losing a kid. And I was only around her for 4 years, and it tore me up. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry to be a little bit of a downer, but it is what it is. That's life. Everybody goes through things in life, and we're real. We're just what it is. And I know that most people that watch my channel are the same way, and I appreciate all of you guys. You guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys. Bye.